The Frontline program had intercepted two disturbing correspondence documents from the corridors of power revealing President Addo And Kwaku Addo hell-bent on doing everything possible to protect GRA Commissioner General Reverend Dr. Amishadai Usuamua, who served for close to 3 years without contract after retirement. Meanwhile, one of the documents dated 5th of August 2022 and the second document dated 26th of March 2024. Both documents collided on the altar of questioning who has the authority to appoint or otherwise terminate an appointment of state official. Tonight, the Frontline interrogating intercepted document, name, shame, and exposed. I am Kwaku Annan, and of course, this is your weekend Frontline show. We're live tonight across dozens of stations speaking the feed, including Sunyani 88.1 FM. We're live in Western Region, precisely on Tadi 99.1 FM, and we are live here in the capital on Accra 100.5 FM, and of course live on the superhighway, my CTV GH. All of these stations speaking the feed tonight. Folks, I am Kwaku Annan, and of course I welcome you to your weekend Frontline. Let's get started. And I dream no be din koma emu do pa na asem kesi BC. The yebeya na dria ne say we are here to name something. We shame that thing and then we expose that thing. Three things we'll be doing here. And the Demeka one said tonight, don't miss this show. No, Adaji ni poso. Don't miss this program tonight. So what you have to do now is quickly to call your friend, a brother, a sister, a cousin, all over wherever they are, across the world. All of them, call your friends. Unam fufo, unmianom, ubia. Bibi omoshe, wahinfa boko, wa paga, half a snin, Western Region, all over. Now, mamima line up. No. Currently, go on your television set, flip through, with TV near digital, and I said, flip through, very likely say, ubinya CTV. Now, watch it. CTV. Ufre unye binsu, a catcher and say, television station CTV. Show TV no so. So, she share no nyanswa. Maninko ni phone, cell phone no use no. Internet was so, YouTube was so, catcher so, onko YouTube, and our Facebook. Okwa type it my CTV GH, my CTV GH, my CTV GH, and also ubenya program na share both Facebook and YouTube. Ubenya ni na so ashare ewo. So one kra sabri and ni na mu kra no wunyanso a call Accra FM here 100.5 FM o ma pick feed no. And then more water crowd and so more struggles so mubenya monko Tadi 99.1 FM or monso apiki feed no. And then Sunyani and so apiki feed no 88.1 FM and omina apiki ebusia asam kese bi da pono so anadwi yakwetia enye. But my main drop a shout out to my big brother way, yes, John Dogba currently watching the screens. Of course, John was a former deputy director BNI, defunct BNI, now NIB. John, a friend, a brother, Osha program way. John, salute you. I know say you are back in Accra. Osha program and say, can say, God bless you for your time watching the show. Yes. Wasimia say Charlie Kwaku impatiently waiting to hear, to watch the episode tonight. Enti asemwe da hwa na dwinie. As of Wednesday, me krabono. Asemwa me ka kire mo ne se ene ye ba be ye exclusive between the two front runners, former President John Dramani Mahama and then the Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia. Ye ka say first quarter of the year, April is just ending. Engineer Baye the build up tonight based on our intelligence officers on the ground, the Frontline investigative team plus the Hawk investigative team and Oma collaborating on the ground. Our intelligence report are brain. ya quality report no ya integrity ya be interpreti e de achiro ne wehu this report na yedi to dwa no enye opinion polls asemo ye ni time yedi opinion polls no we have a team of crack intelligence officers on the ground. So up to minutes of the development, we know what is going on, and we can tell you how these elections will go. Whether election will be tire and I say be break a bed, what we are learning is that there's a coalition out there. Our Monso Ebabe joining 2024 election. There's a huge coalition here will be put up and their numbers, and then there would be a force to reckon 2024 elections. Well, we welcome all of them. Now, it would have been today, and in Chiebeshes are build up, and I say, our first quarter of the year ending. Then, what we would have done today would be, say, between the two, Vice President Alhaji Bawumia and candidates John Dramani Mahama, who makes it to the Jubilee House. But I'm sorry, to me, yes, our program and I'm going over. We are making way for a very important discussions tonight. Folks, as somewhere that say, tonight we are here to name, shame, and expose. And we are here to expose the seat of Citadel, the Jubilee House. And what is it about? It's about illegality being perpetuated by the seat of government together with another high-ranking government official. Now, adebie sia saade no misusu se omanpani Addo Kwaku Addo ene ne cabinet ana chief of staff ense se ade we nchamoye nanso maye opani bi wo meimu ha sa opani waye na dwuma wie a ese okọ retirement o wanko ene opani watna edwumakuo kese bi so a se edwumakuo no watna so 3 years 3 years waye dwuma without any appointment. No, obi a man appointment. Office of the President a man appointment. 3 years. Afina so sign ekono wanko. Afi after 3 years and the Office of the President aya kude no matrocrata no body amane se onsan kwatron no nye nedwuma. Na muni ma asem we esie. There is one letter yebede na di akere wa sa letter no. A top officer at the Ministry of Finance, a deputy minister be a trocrata the command Office of the President or copy MMDA's nimne other state parasata say sabri ayewomi enya dia aban ebetimi ama obiara so ye CEO so ye commissioner so the extension of retirement in yentimi ma obium yes adni bio dia benti isanse aban ni niska so ebane saying enasa Deputy Finance Minister Trocrata Koto Office of the President said because of mining this county say nebe yebe and was say obian so be appointed say e ba ne say bia nipa na say appointed na and ye na bia na say nipa na competence no e bi ni honti ye ba ma nipa na tra akonwa so but position we ya omanpani ayakode asiare appointed sa nipa ono sa papa yi nechi enipa didi nechi bebria wo mo so mo fill the gap. Question is why President Akuffo Addo epeso maintain sa papa no etra konwa so adentia why? Folks, we've intercepted all the document tonight. Ghana Revenue Authority Commissioner Owura Hwan General Reverend Dr. Amisha Dai Mwasumre Fiha the entire GRA Ghana Revenue Authority Momo Masumra ha. This illegality, look, President Akuffo Addo yenadwen so mo yade we could there. We've intercepted all the document, and we are going to speak to high place officials and sembi bekoso hanne. Now, Nina ni behwegu ewo Ghana speaks at the same time. Yene impenifu bi so be kasa ewo Alan Kwadwo Kyerematen so household or de ba asem wo mo kyere say sometime Easter festivity ni mo Alan Kyerematen Kwaku di nkomo bi wo Pentecost aso dem a all kase ane e Christopher ento aba enfema no dien eno no ora Bawumia chitafo no emuni ya kutukumo monte asese ntia wakokasa. But at the same time, the kind of said the household of Bawumia and so may or should be aware that the vice president also ekujina a group of Muslimi phobim catch room say waba womudiem into omuso ye den ento aba emano mentia sese ntia sa BMW for na ye Bawumia chitafo entia sese ntia ayora Alan Kwadwo Chairmanten ebe make sa statement ye bedo sa asem no munso esuko ansa na emu nsem a packed a very packed show tonight, folks, all over the country, all over the social media, no, Facebook, YouTube, I pick the feed. And of course, in Accra, the capital, we're live on Accra 100.5 FM, I pick the feed. And then Sunyani 88.1, I pick the feed. We're live in Western Region 99.1 FM, I pick the feed. And then WhatsApp message, Ubit Media Fan, so WhatsApp and what the phone number bends 020-297-3461, 020-297-3461. Me pacho, it is strictly for WhatsApp messages, not to call. You may call 1 million times, I won't pick it. It is strictly for WhatsApping. 020-297-3461. That's my WhatsApp message. And Koma Yebidi, what's your mind? What you make of it? Your views, opinions, and all of that would be fast abana and yoma added an community. And there, Adajino, you be free documents in the Guho de Amamo. The Ghana for Ora General Reverend Ami Shaddai. No, Papa, I am in one baby, or your software. Or your software. He is a man of God, oh. Or your Reverend Minister, oh. Na papa no hwan yame won bebrebe se osofo wey oni that sense of shame se wetumi atena omenya kunwa kase so 3 years uye dwuma uni aban krata na sorry na kwe edenti na Ami Shaddai epeso otena sa akunwa no so na President Akuffo Addo ewia no ho esan appointing no. Meanwhile ye na ye ya we se ebra edru ora Kenel Damwa sono Kenel Damwa no ehwan. Kenel Damwa was a customs commissioner attached to GRA meboa. Mu yi papa ye di ewia kete. Enu mpo no mu ma hwan special prosecutor ye Vincent kisi ejaben ekwa attack papa yi egu papa yi ni mu asese poto. Kenel Damwa eye adwuma on appointment o. Muwie no ena moye den mugu papa ni mu ase. Now me bisa say enti GRA custom office wana say Ghana Revenue Authority hono Ami Shaddai onu kwa no betimi arani show no. Why is President Addo Kwaku Addo still want to keep Ami Shaddai after 3 years of perpetuating this illegality against the consciousness of the constitution of this republic? Mr. President, bibizao. Now Ghana for me can say miachem. What we say ebra me report to say some top officer be ewa abeimu wa lifted 15 million pounds sterling or the kwama on it. Owie no British authority for ne catch and say bra na be hwehwe document better home. Also on your contract. Now sa penia ono oye abeimu eyi odi agro abeimu. The obetimi aya ne say o contacte custom penny bi says our custom penny no wo munye nkrata emfema no. I am not saying by this say Ami Shaddai, but begin to look at the bigger picture me de kiremo. Ne bi sa ho why after Ami Shaddai into obi ani na chibiom. Don't we have the appointing system? There is a ladder. After Ami Shaddai obi beba enti die benti na Ami Shaddai aye adwuma 3 years. Akuffo Addo ma Ami Shaddai enkonkwo gina hom na wase appoint na woni ade omoye. They wrote 2 official letters the same day, 26th of March 2024. The same day now they wrote 2 letters. 2 letters, different content, at the same time meaning one thing. And before the letters, now one kasa a top deputy finance minister being so atrocrata at the common office of the president said, no, Mr. President, yentimi and yet then appointed top officers bia you kind of saying departments no near because ye niska. I didn't know trust akrata ni na wa ye be kan actual folks. I mean from Ura Ghana speaks and then ye ni ada jesa but she no so say Nyankopon ya adom a sabri Kwaku eye da manim and eye su da manim de na say me bo amane yes a Nyankopon ya adom ochina ye ko akwakodi na wotwe of my old man Ayora Joseph Kwaku Annan Senior Yekudi Nena Watri in Ashanti region. And friends and loved ones of the front line in Kwaku Annan, you can join this very 1 week right we ewo Boho Sasa Framwasi in Afrancho DA Primary School Park Kumasi. Or was a bear friend round, yes. Boho Sasa Framwasi oho aye Afrancho DA Primary School Park oho any bears 1 week we know the friend is in Kumasi de 1 week no crowd yes ye be bibia kama nti adofo a mo Kumasi Ashanti region no wo betimi abe join me bibia adeda na kwemu kama folks bedu be Ghana speaks more now. Up next, Ghana Speaks tonight. We focus primarily on the performance of the Addo Akuffo Addo's led government and the fairy tale, plus the front line intercepted some very disturbing document from the government corridors. Minimu bedin koma and the Ghana Speaks in Yejina on my penny Addo Akuffo Addo led government. Ne modimbo a o se wabo. Any enum to any announce some womato edidia banechi any yayese any ekwaha nefa all these fairy tales coupled with the performance of the government and the first phase of the program Ghana Speaks. Now first let's begin with the energy minister Ayora Dr. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, who will not respect Ghanaians by way of making full disclosure that the nomenclature he helped to create has returned in his era and he must do the needful, yet he won't. Tonight, a flashback what he told Ghanaians describing the then John Dramani Maham's administration as insensitive government. He maintained that you cannot advocate for regime change in the manner that John Dramani Maham's government resorted. Today, he's a minister of energy of the country. What does he have to say about the current erratic power supply? As someone, Papa Way, minister, current energy minister, Womunipa, Matthew Opoku Prempeh, Womunipa. MPP for Nanim, he is one of their potential running mates to wine. Baumia, yes, sir. Now, my bomb pie is me, you know. Me bomb me said that me say you bomb pie, Mama Matthew Opoku. A bomb pie, Papa. Na muyini wi na mbehu ade besi kure we mu e bompa nye we ntina I am praying that the axe will fall on his head wo munipa na no na asem wo ka kire owura John Mahama nie asem wo ka kire Mahama ne se ne ye wodum so ne nia bre aboboko jan e no mo kasa he enne na wonim se sa energy nsami ebeduru ba bia yede ba be soa ne tisi ema na be ye osoafo ahwe nyinam nkane ho asem na yizi eno na mpenimfo ka asem to na mpenimfo nso anye mistake da o asem mpenimfo ka ne say sa wo wiafo nsa Kwaku na wahwe won say o na won say ene efo nsa e de say eno na tie o na Matthew Opoku Prempeh nim say daachi oba be minister ama sa ministry na pese utie Opoku Prempeh e kasa nano no no wo kasa na nanso Opoku Prempeh o se de take a listen to him.
We don't advocate for a regime change. We are going to vote here and we are going to vote the outcast. That's what I promise you that we are going to work on it. And it's not a work that it is a single event. It's a process. And we will energy sector to come.
Have you heard of calls for a timetable?
As those who want to bring it. I haven't seen it.
But people are calling for it.
They bring a timetable.
Okay. When we say no will be no tra. When we Ghana mumpeni no. Fun. When we say the musica fun wa Ghana ha. Matthew Opoku Prempeh last time, you know. Ne say and the Opoku Prempeh kanasem. And the one see the aswa. And then penifo kan o. Yes see the ama unko yo enko. When we saw to a muni on who the onye no. Onu he got the nerves. Opoku Prempeh got the nerves. And what did Ghana for them? Yes, if for the bra. Matthew Opoku Prempeh, yes, if for timetable Febra or to her, or to twapping, or yan and tacetas who would Nenisu Brimno. Despicable beings. Nenisu Brimno. Nanyo, and you more. A Ghana for a mamma politicians way, a bodre. Eddie Debay. Edian yan Sonian Niama Hosam, no mu Ghana for normally I a nice untia so. What he has here? A titia pansama jamasi for busi. Na nye nu Opoku Prempeh na mo pesa mo ne ye vice no. Na me se me bom paye se mo be yi no. Opoku Prempeh empire da form wo. We are praying. Some of us, we the saints, we are carrying the a frankincense prayer onto the altar. Munyif munyino. Mamun change, you know. Now, indeed, the president now add his voice in the current ongoing erratic power supply and demand to know if there is any doomsaw and that who can compare his government. We Opoku bedisa and some fun we actually no zoom. Woman penina kasa ne minu mienu kasa. Oman penini beside minu mienu say. By the way, doomsaw bi wo hwana. Owi enanso ho afio say why no person ode no ho etoto ono omanpeni Akuffo Addo about doomsaw asem. Na Mr. President, enti uti oman we mu. Anapa bia ansa na obekọ office na obewura office wo no. Wo National Security Ministry, wo mo ma debriefing ana. President Akuffo Addo so one day said there is erratic power supply in Ghana. So President Akuffo Addo is out there asking these questions and demand to know this. Folks, listen to your president. What's he? Yeah, by a moon who doom so. And yes, Mr. President Akuffo Addo. When I trust our national security for any major more yet. Other than that, President Akuffo Addo will not be saying what he's saying. But with him, we won't go too far. Some of the premier hospitals around the country have some answers for the president. Premier hospitals need be answers be the president, you know, whether or not say doom so or an doom so in you. Take a listen to this.
There's oxygen but no flow inside to connect. These babies on CPAP, there's no light to connect off. No flow meter to even connect with the oxygen. If you don't get light in a few minutes, probability that you might lose a lot of babies is high. The whole world is full. No CPAP, no lights. Everywhere is off. Everywhere is off. Babies are in daytime. This baby is not fine. CPAP is off. No light to connect. No flow meter to connect to the oxygen. There's oxygen but no flow meter. So this is not right. We have about 10 critically ill babies, all on CPAP. The whole
President Addo Kwaku Addo, did you hear this? What a National Security Ministry, go and tell your president, say, ma onyasa statement ibu. The only thing the NPP is trying hard to avoid is to avoid this nomenclature. You plus us, the media, will help you to fix this on the neck of former President John Dramani Mahama. Okay? Inti agronwa ye boamu ema mudi ye how many years ago no and net sedru mutena see a boamu ni ene mudi ni same. Why do you think that no edru Mahama time no ye to me that nomenclature dum so no ye di ye adwuma di ntina wo time de wo see de ye adwuma enye ye mon kama minti ye won say manima guase despicably shameful won say manima guase in different styles just say the speed to which are light in a gene hono mo ye hwe enye ye there is nothing that can do or can be done to save this erratic power supply ajimun sem but some mo betu din some mo so be giatum some mo so mo the timetable be ba some mo so be ma Ghana fo hu say ye be ye enhyehyeye emo bie timi hu time a obenu aduane obeto natare obeye se no won say mu ntimi nye enim guasefo. We must name, shame, and expose you. What they need to do? Oman penny and yakaka bin sima jan. One of them over to Tomeo. One of hey, Mr. President. Jaja Akuffo Addo. Jai. Well, national security should be able to tell you this. The next person Obeka Akuffo Addo said, there is doomsday in Ghana. Mobeka maybe I should be. A journalist me peer out e catch mo Ghana for say eno na makoka wo baby dida wo December no say December mu di sum e na be di bronya obi be catch am say Kwaku nim di wo kana me say nim tra hwe me ba fie ha nso mancha kra na me breaking news ni ma mo say hey Ghana for obi am aboso dum so na ewo mu no obi ante ase. Now some mothers seen actively preventing mosquitoes from infesting the children with all sorts of disease. So Akuffo Addo nyin tum se na dum so na ba afi mi yimfo ni achro na hwe awofo ni bia parent ni bia abatan ni bia won mu gina ho de tam e prankra no ho se be ya mosquitoes ne moawa ensisisi nkra no ho e mo yare 21st century when we modern na enam se mo politicians ya mo won mu ni sense of shame enim guasefo mu ye enim guasefo ankasa mu ni common sense. You don't have any reason mu ni sense of magnanimity o mu ni bio mu di dem mako and omo nyansa. About 90% of our politicians are rats and ragamuffins. The money eating with their 10 hands into their mouth. Yes. Munsa duwe mudididi keke abodown for. Look at the energy there. Okay? Look, go and check the whole of Europe. Or maybe to say Germany. Germany ostensibly depends on their bear. The sun. Now go to Germany and check from the landscape up there. Nasha say Eriano we chichi over a billion miles away. Yet Germany etmia constructed several million panels of their solar system and on the power crew. A tropical zone here. A tropical country like Ghana in the south of the Saharan African continent. Eriano, the sun, the proximity of the sun. Udi agrabet nya to akunya kwa kwachi eriano. Yet mabo bodam na munim nyansa. De munimani sikadia ni medie. Won say muntimi yare o. Go and bring companies a wonum betimi aboa. Me the energy. We need a renewable energy, a formidable one. 31 years. 31 years. Government go, government come. You seem incapable of reversing the trend. Each and every regime piano. Ghanaians must embrace themselves. We will be heading towards the doomsday. And the Ghanaian is not angry enough. All right? Oh, sir, Mudiye John Mahamano, and then Nabetu way. And to one Yansen, Munim Yansen. Learn. Namunya formidable energy will not witness this. Oh, sir, to me. when you listen to their communicators, some useless ignoramuses communicators, no ma betratra radio no so ke kan some phone ni sabim kwa siasam egu Ghana fa asum munwen ke kan some phone e de kire yen. As if say we don't, you think all of us here Jimmy, yeah, and you be Jimmy Breno, democracy na mo face say Jimmy no massa, and is how when you are coming to us, begin to think, say, hey, you are coming to speak to some very reasonable, intelligent people out there. Okay? Today, I heard the Vice President Lahaji Baumia out there telling some Ghanaians, or say, I honor the president, you know, remember a chick of it, Vice President. What yes, sir? The Vice President, you don't have a respect for the people of this country. Ora Baumia, who need respect me obuo e de Ghana for, and cha won keka sa ansem ya okeka. How dare you? What is the difference between the Vice President and the President? DNT and the D se Vice nimpo enkono yebe and the Vice no with what? No President. What is the difference between the Vice, being a Vice, and the President? What is the difference? And you Jubilee House one out here. Puto hwegum and you dan kwansinuma na one on my Prez Akuffo Addo motorway. Huh? Or a Vice President. Until there with the President at the same office of the President and you Jubilee House. And so what is the difference? Tell me, what is it that Baumia will come and tell Ghanaians that will be so different from that of Baumia separating himself as a Vice and now telling a lie, a true, any nada, any akoshisam, telling Ghanaians, say, until Sobabesha Kunya presidency, we haven't seen the best of Baumia yet, a chick of it. This is absolutely repugnant. Don't tell Ghanaians this. We are getting angry. We are getting angry of some of this nonsense and this foolishness that you people perpetrate on the consciousness of Ghanaians. How dare you? You think we don't feel it enough? Today, any Ghanaian who drives a motor or a car, go to the pump. Now, go check the air cost. Mo face ya bobo dam, ya mo dam wo. The air cost or pump you. Okay, the fuel price, liter no increase astronomically. The Ghanaian wake up early morning, going to buy fuel. The narrative has changed, and you sit there and you are telling me, say, oh no, we ain't seen nothing yet because. Until Sawabe president, you are for you crooks, criminals, and thieves. We are crumb for. You must be told in plain words. We are crumb for. What? You've done enough. 8 years, get out. And give Ghanaians some breaks. President Akuffo Addo, one year about an car sebitro. And then about an car. Take a listen to this one too, folks.
I'm in the news. You are the more. In the boat. You know, I I'm in the news. You are the more. In the boat. You know,
Obatine no gyina hɔ no 21st century Obatine ɛna wo gyina hospital hɔ a wɔde tam wɔde yɛden wɔde hu abofra no ho no emofra we ni ma yehu omhunfra mente nkola na se upe baby papa me ya wo a Ghana na obepie mente nkola na se o why san nkora we bepie Ghana ha Montete amfa Canada, America, Britain, France or mubepie Ghana. Mwa aturenche ma atomo. Well, some years back, when candidates Addo And Akufo was canvassing for vote, told Ghanaians, or Kasemitre Ghanaians, told Ghanaians the following. It was on the basis of what he told Ghanaians that pressed the green light on him and his mates. But today, same Ghanaian says they can't trust the president. Question: if the Ghanaian can't trust the president, can the Ghanaian rather trust the mates? Can we? No. The ma yes swishy green light no to President Akuffo Addo no so no. Na President Akuffo Addo ni edidi di nkomo bi. Nkoma no ni edie no. Mo be kai man Monday ana was Monday na me ka se mi kire mo he. Mpenifo miense bi keka se mi kire Ghana for na yesi ente ye. Why President Akuffo ka bi. Dr. Nyaho Tamaklu eka bi. Akoyi owo Georg mo friend is saying okay bi. Friends and Kofi Kumsin, Womina Kasai, near Fisa Sampin for an pepper payasem. Nanina Jina said the Akufa de Canon Sama Yenya Gidia near dear Ewon Muntio. Sansam no can and there. Was a Ghana for Nisa Gideon when the mobile. Nanuna Mibisa said your President Akufa de Casa Nano, the same way enemy mates, Vice President is also talking. And say, beware of them. Bible no crack catcher or see beware. Nam weni na ho. Na yet to say abwa owa ni da ho. The same way President Akuffo Addo was talking to you and I years back. The same way the Vice President he meets and so ekasa. Now no say and Akuffo Addo ekeka na ensem. And am I you build up the GD. We build up the faith, the confidence and the trust in him. Take a listen to this.
Because I know I said I will say I'm going to be out one day. Also, my sons, I'm also going import duties on raw materials. I'm going to take it away. I'm going to take away. I am a Ghana. It is Castle. Obey your Yamai. And now a memoir inquiry. A convey. I'm promising you, within 18 months of the new government of the NPD under my leadership, the face of our country is going to change. Within 18 months of the new government of the NPD under my leadership, the face of our country is going to change. It's Ghana for Yem Wasso, no courage to be a house.
What's it? Right? Shine your eyes. Now, when they say no casa you, and I'm in there, you know me, ye try to one. Says here, ni mate no, or then I be saying, son, the mate no, mate near wine. Vice President Alhaji Baumia is also saying, or casa say, now, mistake back one yen to me, and say, Edria, Kwaku Annan Unveils, Metnasia, Edria Buto Mitrino, quite interest, no. Anything I'm in Casa say, many Kwaku Annan Unveils. Me say, baby, I'm a try Edria, a Buto Mitisono, me Magana for Quima Montana Center. Folks, my main phone see and I'm in short break. Me ba Ghana Speaks Extension. We'll take off giddy. You be ra a ya sembeya. Kojo Alan. Kwajo Chamantin, Akudim Komobia San Komono, and maybe in Koya and Winsem Sembi Pompomba, Ibura Sansen. Stick and stay. This is the front line with Kwaku Annan. I'll be right back. Great, welcome back. This is the front line, of course, the weekend one. And of course, we are live tonight across dozens of stations. I pick the feed. We're live in Sunyani on 88.1 FM. We're live in Western Region on Tadi 99.1 FM. And we're live here in the capital on 100.5 FM. That's Accra FM to be precise. We're also live on the Superhighway. That's the YouTube and Facebook on my CTVGH. Okwa type it, my CTVGH. And please, Okwa YouTube wa subscribe, press the button, and then you become a subscriber. Anytime be a program, you'll be the first to know. And of course, as I always say, be part of the breaking news story and be the first to know because you're what you listen to. Okwa YouTube wa subscribe. Na be part of us, maybe be WhatsApp messages and what the 020-297-34 and the good screen is on 020-297-3461 020-297-3461 making kind of amount. It is purely for a message. Now, Ghana Speaks Extension, and in this episode, the Frontline has intercepted document from the corridors of government revealing the circumstances under which government may no longer extend or approve official contract for some government officials who, due to some political influence or affiliation, may want to stay a while longer in government service. But tonight, we throw the spotlight on the above document and what it entails. But before, there are some mixed reaction coming from the Vice President camp of a statement made by Alan Kojo-Kyerematen during the Easter festive period. Yes, Ora Kojo-Kyerematen kudi nkomobia. Ono susu se Christopher Nkwana ento aba enfema. Diebenti en Ora Kojo-Kyerematen be kana sem se na Vice President Crawford no enti nsem biase. Ma yentie Kojo-Kyerematen statement no nkomo no okodi o Pentecost no yentie kakre be 2-3 minutes bi and then we come back. Take a listen to this.
We have a responsibility to make a decision this December as we go into the elections. To bring into being the kind of leadership that will restore hope to the majority of our people. There are many very distinguished individuals who will be contesting to lead this country in December. In all humility, I want to present to you as one of the people who will be contesting to lead this country. Amen. As Christians, when you go down on your knees to pray, I want you to pray for God to stretch and anoint the one after his own heart. Amen. It is not about political parties. It is about the one who is after God's own heart. I want you to pray that the Lord will touch your heart and select a leader who will transform this nation. Amen.
Okay. Alan kana seminary no. Osan kasi su se. Obom paye ana se be ya. Nyame beka wo makoma na o menya obi a owo odosronko edema ome ewo nyamesuru kwan so. See no kana. Minim se we ena ama Vice President iti echitafo no entin sembiase no dia I don't know. But around the same period, the Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia also heard speaking to some Muslim community, asking them to vote for him because he's one of them. And I know the one can, yes, I know can. Let's listen to the Vice President. Take a listen to this.
I've been selected apparently because I'm a Muslim. So I'm selected because I'm one of you. I'm not representing myself, I'm representing all of us. So please support. Let us make a difference in Ghana and GRA. I've been selected apparently because I'm a Muslim. So I'm selected because I'm one of you. I'm not representing myself, I'm representing all of us. So please support. Let us make a difference in Ghana and GRA. I've been selected apparently because I'm a Muslim. So I'm selected because I'm one of you. I'm not representing myself, I'm representing all of us. So please support. Let us make a difference in Ghana and GRA. I've been selected apparently because I'm a Muslim. So I'm selected because I'm one of you. I'm not representing myself, I'm representing all of us. So please support.
Asama Vice President came, and no Sabin who catch the wine. Dear Intina Vice President and Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia, Obekana Simsi. Enti se Ora Allen Kwajochre Mantin, and Suku Jina e Christophe Wenim. Na ono so kana Simsi ya. Eno yesi wan kani zanetie. But see, se ne mitumi ye sa build up ne mamua between John Mahama and Vice President who makes it to the Jubilee House and then Chamobetin Simbinde. It's very sensitive, but any option, you can say there, how our investigative team uncovered on the ground. But definitely it is our program no Ebebremo and Chekra. Well, Yane hopes in bidding come shortly. Now hopes na my perspective. Further saying MC Amorezi folks Hobson Emra Ahumana so very quickly. Nafi Yemisa Hobson a director for special duties movement for change. Na Yemisa say one more corridors no what exactly and a course honum. One my attention has been drawn to this saying and making this very issue with. You know, I think say we have to understand one thing. Religion forms part of the politics all over the world. There's no ambiguity. That's the truth. Religion forms part of politics na air koso. Enyoma bebre na form air or tribe or ethnicity ni na aka ho. Or religion aka ho. Enyama bebre ene forming the base. So mbeto aba ma wo, so mo nto ma wo, e fa hene esne ni na aka ho. Enti ma obi na da no ho enye te se jama o ukoka religion asam dia ene te se wuni right se wo ka sa asem no anas no masofo ne nka ne kure no ngire mo se MPP ye kan na wo ma pencil opoku nyina no nyina wo mu nyina nam line yes sir yeah onye Pentecost apostle ana se die adenti na wo ba be pre vice president slot no Mamen kan chira so Nyankopon ya adoma Monday ebe Monday hey Accra Ghana be huru keke on Monday 8th April the Frontline exclusive one-on-one with a personality who is going to break the code, the reason behind the construction of the National Cathedral. He would also decode the mystery behind the death of Kwabena Bwedu, former aide to Vice President Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia. Finally, he would also decode why two political leaders whose leadership, according to him, or say mark an end to occultic rule in Ghana. Who is this personality stating? Well, folks, sa expose nam kwan so a eba gidi na ebeyen SMP. Well, yeah, the friend say Alan Chemantin issues no ebeton chain. Then quickly, yebeba the frontline investigate documents ya intercept ya meba beka emuasem achraw na eye ensem bibri wotwe ho awonti ase. First document a epie ya no kire say a document dated document mienu eno mo troe. Womo tro ni na on the 26th of March 2024. And that screen is no. Yes. Sa letter wo hwe date na saying 26th of saying March 2024. And omo tro krata. That's the first krata by. And wo hwe mu a inside this letter no womo state say granted 2 years of extension of service as Commissioner General of Ghana Revenue Authority from 11th October 2023 to 10th October 11th October 2021 to 10th October 2023. Let's just say yama na Ghana for unimade o mampeni enen nimpeni for na ye wo Jubilee House wo papai atna kunya so 3 solid years are only krata odi adwuma enti wonu mu hu say no papa no tena watena ho no a only krata odi adwuma no amount to say or perpetuating constitutional illegality, and that would go against him. Ejoman Penini who said no, there's a vacuum. As a vacuum, no, they need to fill the vacuum very quickly, no, and temper the president. Creepy, silently wrote this first letter. Osteti womu say, wa appointed Eye Ora General Reverend Dr. Ami Shaddai Owusu Amwa as the service as Commissioner General of Ghana Revenue Authority from 11th October 2021 to 10th October 2023. Folks, now baby said, "Didn't know my opinion?" Yes or yes, sir. Why should the president Nicodemously, creepy, silently write this letter? On the same date, 26 March now. So 2 letters came from the office of the president. Second letter, no, and also more fun to screen. So second letter, and then die. The same date now, 26 March now, or send another letter, and also say further extension, and then no. So yeah. Omadri omo se omunkwa na sebe nyansabo akwa yebo wiase omunkwa na ekura wo 26 no mo tro first one no folks ebia na Ghana for ni entin semia mo fa first one emra quickly na menya de mo fa first one emra ene da ho no first one ni now mo san fa ba ko no we all say then extension meboa first one we almost state or say extension. Am I right? Am I reading well? Great. Now go to the second one. The second letter, and also then further extension of service as Commissioner General of Ghana Revenue Authority. Now here he writes, I am pleased to inform you that the President has granted you a further extension of service as Commissioner General of the Ghana Revenue Authority from 11th October 2023. Now show 11th October 2023 to 31st March 2024. I take this opportunity to congratulate you on your further extension. Please accept the President's best wishes. They've been exposed. President Akuffo Addo, you have been exposed. Papa Wei, Amin Shaddai, Mummy Sane say, also anti-Ghana Revenue Authority one what no, it was no kwan as been previous. No who affair. Wonim debe. Wono kwan wo betimi agege tax e dia ma o menyana. Ebi ni nechi. The Reverend Amin Shaddai, mo fa the picture into screen is mommy. Only sense of shame. No. Amin Shaddai, only sense of shame. Wo boa, wo sofuo, wo ni Akuffo Addo ni Annan Unveils no. Perpetuated this constitutional illegality. Oh no, that one. Come. Unhunua, oniniye. Yes. Amin Shaddai. Now, on one kasa, yes, was exclusive document on Ghana Revenue Authority. Hey, and the minyama so ebeba nche munyabutre. Minim how that expose and how I know ye no. Papa nini. Osofo Reverend Amin Shaddai, why ye drama 3 years wuni krata? Kwe kope baby tra. The same way ya ora Kenel Damwa. No Kenel Damwa po de eya na no ho kra mmobo kire se. Eboa papa ne de aboa MPP government wo ho. The MPP for mutrimu odne. Who say at the same time Kenel Damwa was going through the bustle and hustle no. At the same time na another lawyer person ono subeka so obwa MPP for hwaya Mame La Bianca. At the same time no na MPP for persecuting Kenel Damwano. At the same time no mo pursue hwan Mame La Bianca, who is a business mogul, okra and nam frozen chicken at the Bagana. Obwa MPP bebre. At the same time no mo pursue no. Womu di Kenel Damwa enia kopme time Kenel Damwa ono otiti owire mu so kwaye bi no koe. Bibisa mo. Wo say Kenel Damwa issue any papa we difference bi anim. So La Bianca womu di nani say ya. La Bianca sponsor MPP party. La Bianca en wo yi sika edema former finance minister. La Bianca, my former finance minister, Ora Ken Oforiata Debia was shattering fufu or preaching the gospel. Nisika, my minisika kahon, and what do call ye, sa liver transplant. Munkobisa. Ghana for Munkobisa, when we said the patrimoine. I know mo say, Mammy La Bianca, ye mamia, Ushe Custom Acts, Namania the idea, or ye one of heavy importer. Into common manner, kind of simple concession and as one manner, exactly because according to the Custom Act, Nina Emra Ewo, Obi or import containers bear 100 and beyond. Your man sa leverage, right from PNDC days, Nina. They put this woman in the court of public opinion together with Kenel Damwa, Kenel Damwa, Nipa, and a Kenel Damwa, if you One will say, Sakrata way, President Akuffo Addo, Ninuya, what to wear, Nana Bedia to Asante, say, and he didn't what the other way around, I don't know. What much crata me no, and then a military mono. But guess what? We have intercepted yet another document. And this document, we move on to screens. Why not Troy? Honorable Abena Osei Asare, Deputy Finance Minister. Sakrata way should counter any letter be President Akuffo Addo bear address at watch. And they appointed Amin Shaddai. Krata ne da hon. Enye Kwaku Annan Metro yo. Mami wey Abena Osei Asare. Say omo yi no de na be office of the president. And omo de Stephen Amoa akwa hye ho. Na munkan ade wo krata im. O say den financial clearance, contract appointment. Ochro krata we 5th August 2022. Also, please refer to the 2022 budget statement and economic policy, which has been submitted and approved by Parliament for the 2022 fiscal year. 2. The Ministry of Finance wishes to inform Ghana for Muntie, wishes to inform heads of ministries, departments, agencies, MDAs, and Metropolitan Municipal District Assemblies, MMDAs, of some expenditure policy measures as outlined in the 2022 budget statement. 3. Paragraph 324 of the 2022 budget statement and economic policy states, government has with immediate effect. Government has with immediate or immediate effect suspended the granting of approval for post-retirement contract appointment, except in cases where the skills of the retiring officer are in short supply and avoidably needed. Quotes and quote. In view of this, we are unable to grant financial clearance for post-retirement contract appointment at this stage. Please treat as urgent. Honorable Abena Osei Asare, Deputy Minister for Minister. All Chief Directors, Ministries, Departments, and Agencies, Accra. And we'll copy Chief of Staff and the rest in here. Kratan Nedahon. Sema. Krata we ko omanpeni aswoye. Enti Ghana foni miso omanpeni eba ne say. And the krata we na free Ministry of Finance regardless of bu krata we enimitia. Yesi ye nisika. Tie nisika. Na dia abna sare airport train ne say. Obia yebema external contract and as a den our ministries or department or commissioner debe no ye ntimi to aso because sika eni ho. And what to aso biom say si ebetimi ayesampo a na kire say wo say nipa na ye ma contract extension wo say nipa no na kire say wo saso de ebi mada na kire say won sa na adwuma ye hu bi da na kire say edwuma wa ye no ese ma wo to aso esanse obia eni wachi bibisamo Ghana Revenue Authority Ami Shaddai into ono kwa no betimi aye adwuma no bibisamo President Addo Kwaku Annan Unveils one of Vice President Alhaji Baumia me say Ami Shaddai ono kwa no te ho betimi aye se adwuma no na mo hwa de I ain't through with you guys yet. Now Monfa document we soon to screen so 17 December next Sunday. GRA Commissioner eya mi Shaddai ye de ne picture by mu betumi amfa na picture no to nchen beside this document. Ami Shaddai we appeared before the Finance Committee of Parliament during the review of 2024 budget review. Womuko share we hemfa Oak Plaza na Ghana for misa ne say e de ba asem e na esi wo sa committee na se ewuranom eka de chentukwa any blows are na be koso ho no womuko Oak Plaza ho na itinerary no ade omuko ye na that screen so no mo ameka nchem se Kwaku you are lying e na da ho no mademo come out and say Kwaku na wo boa e na da ho no. On February 24th the same commissioner appeared before the Public Accounts Committee during the review of 2022 Auditor General's report. And these issues came up. And onoma mi we ya otro sa krate ye Abena Osei Asare was in each committee present. And unima dia ye won ho mami we Abena Asare we no ye finance minister no otro sa krate we koma o manpeni se ma ye appointed obia because sika ni ho no. The same Abena Asare we was in the Finance Committee and the Public Accounts Committee defending this man. Yeah, Ami Shaddai no defending and say I ye man kwan no ya appointed no me ho na ma me refi se watchro krata we Ghana for mo senior mu leadership ni bi e de on man we ego atopre. Can you imagine? Amin Shaddai no ho ofedodo bema nim nyamfo dodo wonim debe ne saso bi mada nechi nenim obi ani ho enti GRA Ghana Revenue Authority just Amin Shaddai pe ene obetua to Ghana for ni miso mampani Akuffo Addo ene ne vice Alhaji Bawumia said edie ben what is the secret behind the dark clouds edie ben papa na ye adwuma 3 years perpetuated illegalities against the consciousness of the 1992 Constitution. Yankasao, must say I'm an appointment biom. So on to us, and what Bessinko must say I'm another appointment biom ediaba semwa. And I make a tramose. What was a 15 million pounds sterling a coin? Me say no mu here GRA penny bi e mana ye ho nkrata. Na minim say wo mu ma Amin Shaddai aba. No abeye san nkrata ne dia ewuranom. Because inti ase enim look mon connect opinion mra na ye ni nkomo eye public accounts na ye misansem because all of in fact my producer would also join me shortly. We need to interrogate this and interrogate it well, but it's not adding up. Who want the kwa President Akuffo Addo ehu ewa Amin Shaddai huntia chinchina Amin Shaddai so weden wotena akonwa so menti ase edi asem eyadie benya what is the secret na asem besi wo memu ha wo wo hwe document so far o say Amin Shaddai no cha wo be hwe ne say previous na what ho awaye adwuma no question a yebisa ne say appointment Akuffo Addo di amano no is it in regards to retrospection and I say there is no retrospect na cha say nti appointment na omde man no na no ebeba be affect vacuum no a no oye adwuma no a oni krata eda na ti so no ebeba be cover na drinks asem no na mentiase senti amoye moniyoma sa mentiase sentia why we do such things in this country and what is the issue and why must we see what we are seeing. Well, let's go on the line and speak to Honorable James Kluche Aveji. He's the chairman of the Public Accounts Committee. Honorable, good evening.
Good evening.
Great, thanks for joining us. First of all, I'm sure your committee has picked a wind of this letter circulating. Now I can say that maybe it's circulating, but then before the program, we intercepted 2 documents. One was written by Abena Oseasare, former Deputy Finance Minister, and then the 2 letters also written from the Office of the President. All of these letters giving credence to the fact that the President, after the 3, may I say, close to 3 years consecutive vacuum created by Amin Shaddai without recourse to any appointment, and now we are seeing these letters flying in the media airspace. What does your committee make of this very disturbing situation?
Thank you very much, Kwaku. I think that the committee has a job to perform.
Great.
Which is to review the Auditor General reports that he submitted to Parliament. Now, so the early part of this year, we started the review of the reports for 2022 of the Auditor General. Now, usually when we're reviewing the report of the Auditor General, we concentrate on what the report contains. The report usually flags certain issues that we call infractions, those that are against the laws, the financial laws of this country. And the recommendations are made by the Auditor General. So that is what we focus on. But usually information get to the committee, which definitely will be in the interest of the public. So we call it public interest question. Now, the letter that you intercepted, especially the one signed by the Deputy Minister of Finance, Honorable Abena, that letter was in our possession. So the interest question here for the public is that if that letter says that government has immediately suspended granting or appointing people who have gone on retirement for contract, how come the Commissioner General was still at post? So the member for that Honorable Sam George wanted to know if really the Commissioner General has attained the retirement age of 60 years. So he approached me and said, Chairman, I have a public interest question. And this is the context of the question. I said, no, this one, it's for public consumption. So go ahead and ask the question. So when the Honorable Sam George asked the question, then there was an uproar from my colleague members of the committee who are from the MPP. And they said, no, Chairman should not allow this question to be answered by the Commissioner General because this is a personal question. No. And I said, how can this be a personal question? The person involved here is occupying a public office. So the laws of this country, the Constitution made it clear that if you attain the age of 60, you have to go on retirement. So somebody occupying a public office, a question about his age cannot be a personal question. It's a public question. So the Commissioner General should go ahead and answer the question. There was a lot of issues, to the extent that one of the members have to disrupt our recording process. So even the mic could not even work again. So I have to take a break for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes.
Really?
Before yes. Then our technical men came back to fix the problem.
We pick intelligence to this effect, but give us a sense of understanding of what was actually raging at the committee setting. Was it what we heard that it nearly got to some fisticuff? Was all of this mean, as it were, because of Amin Shaddai's presence before the committee and because of the fact that his retirement age is due and he's supposed to go, but now before the committee and some of the members do not understand the cause of his presence?
No. The members from the MPP side didn't just want him to answer the question.
Why?
I think because they knew that Honorable Sam George was going to arrive at something or has an information which will not be in the interest of the Commissioner General. So they wanted to protect him. So when we eventually resumed after the system was brought back to life, I told the Commissioner General that go ahead and answer the question. And I told my colleagues on the committee that, look, the laws of this country made it clear that if you attain the age of 60, which is the retirement age, you can be given a contract for a period not more than 2 years. And this can also be extended, but all put together should not be more than 5 years. And so let me read the Constitution.
Great.
That says that Article 199 of the Constitution, as amended. Now, the amended is the addition, which is a clause 4. It says that, now let me read the clause 1. Then I'll read the 4, that we can then understand.
Great one. Go ahead, sir.
Now, Article 199 says that a public officer shall, except as otherwise provided in this Constitution, retire from the public service on attaining the age of 60 years. Then Clause 4 says that, notwithstanding Clause 1 of this article, a public officer who has retired from the public service after attaining the age of 60 years may, where the exigencies of the service require, be engaged for a limited period of not more than 2 years at a time, but not exceeding 5 years in all, and upon such other terms and conditions as the appointing authority shall determine. Now, who is the appointing authority? Appointing authority is in Article 195 of the Constitution. And Article 195 of the Constitution, and permit me to read that also.
Go ahead, sir.
It said, subject to the provisions of this Constitution, the power to appoint persons to hold or to act in an office in the public service shall vest in the President, acting in accordance with the advice of Governing Council of the service concerned, given in consultation with the Public Services Commission. So the appointing authority here is the President. Now, he may delegate that to the board or whatever, but the Constitution says that he is the appointing authority. So if he attained the age of 60 and he's gone on retirement, and the exigencies require that the services that he's providing, we cannot get it anywhere again, the President will appoint him upon such other terms and conditions as he may determine. Now, so when I asked him to answer the question, he provided this answer, that he was 62 years as of last year, around October 2023. Then the further question that Honorable Sam George asked was that, so you are on retirement, but you are still at post. Do you have a contract? He said, yes. He said before the committee that, yes, I have a contract. Then I came in and said, good, you have answered the question. That settles the matter. If you are over age, that is, you are on retirement, you have a contract, that settles it. Now, Sam George asked again that, well, so per your age, the first 2 years contract has lapsed. Have you had a renewal of the contract? In that one, he said, no, he hasn't got a renewal. These are the answers he provided.
Oh, he said it before the committee.
Before the committee.
I see.
He said he had a contract for the first 2 years.
Okay.
But the extension, he doesn't have the contract for the extension.
Okay, so then we can assume that at the very time Amin Shaddai was before your committee, this particular letter that we've intercepted had not yet surfaced. Can we say that? So
that is what the problem is.
Okay.
It means that he lied to the committee.
So we can say he has committed perjury, correct?
He has committed perjury.
What becomes of such a high-profile government official will commit perjury before the Constitution, before your committee, which also comes in same as that of like representing the High Court? And what would your committee do in federals?
Well, let me read where we have our powers as a committee.
Okay.
We go to Article 103 of the Constitution. Now, Article 103 of the Constitution says that Parliament shall appoint standing committees and other committees as may be necessary for the effective discharge of its functions. That is one. 2, the standing committee shall be appointed at the first meeting of Parliament after the election of the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. 3, committees of parliament shall be charged with such functions, including the investigation and inquiry into activities and administration of ministries and departments, as parliament may determine. And such investigations and inquiries may extend to proposal for legislation. Now, when you read 6, Article 103, Clause 6, it says that a committee appointed under this article shall have the powers, rights, and privileges of a high court or a justice of a high court at a trial. 4 is limited to 3 areas. Enforcing the attendance of witnesses and examining them on oath, affirmation, or otherwise. B, compelling the production of documents. And C, issuing a commission for requests to examine witnesses abroad. Now, the first one, that is Article 103(6)(a), is we examine these people, the witnesses, on oath, affirmation, or otherwise. So, the Commissioner General, Reverend Amit Shaddai, took an oath to speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. But it is now being revealed that when he told the committee that he had a contract as at February this year, it is not true because of the letters that he has accepted. Then the president now wrote a letter that took retrospective effect to cover him. So he had said something which is not true under oath. We will resume as a committee, will analyze this situation, and will make our recommendation to Parliament. Because this is purely an issue that is perjury.
This is quite mind-boggling. But, Honorable, let me walk you through this path. That one of the letters asked, and again, let's establish this, that both letters were written the same date.
The same date,
That's 26 March 2024. Now, on one account, the President says extension of service as Commissioner General of Ghana Revenue Authority from 11th October 2021 to 10th October 2023. Then the second one also says 11 October 2023 to 31st March 2024. Are we therefore to say that, yes, both letters must, as it were, be adhered to retrospective effect? And what does the word retrospective can be adduced in this circumstance, that a crime has been committed, somebody has perpetuated illegality on the consciousness of the Constitution? What would the committee interpret this in regards?
Well, let me tell you, the reason why the president wrote the 2 letters one day is just to cover him.
Okay.
Now, the reason why the letters were 2, not 1, to cover the entire period, is that the Constitution was clear that whenever you are engaging a retired person or on contract, the period should not be more than 2 years.
Yeah.
So that is why, because the period is more than 2 years, you have to split the letter into 2. The first one, that will be exactly 2 years. And then the second one, which is below 2 years, because they said not more than 2 years. So that is the reason. So the intention of the president writing the letters is to cover him. Now, whether the president can appoint somebody that will take retrospective effect, I want to prove to you that if you read the article, it says that the president can engage this person upon such other terms and conditions as he, the president, may determine. Look at the 2 letters. Is there any terms and conditions stated in those letters?
No.
No. Now, the 2 years, the first 2 years that the Commissioner General was in office, was he paid salary?
Correct.
What were the conditions under which he received salary? What other benefit did he receive apart from salary? Do you understand the point?
That's correct.
Because if the letters were not, appointment letters were not given to him when he was in office, meanwhile, the Constitution says that the president, when you appointed him, you should appoint him based upon terms and conditions. So, which terms and conditions did they use to pay him at the time he was in office? So, this is what the problem is.
So then I think that Public Service Commission may have to come in and answer some questions in this.
Yes. Yes. How was he paid? Who determined those terms and conditions? Because there was no appointment for him at that time. So there are two issues here. The Public Service Commission or the president must respond to that. How did he pay the Commissioner General when there was no appointment? On what conditions? What terms and conditions was he paid? What were the benefits he enjoyed during that period? Then the Commissioner General himself lied to the committee that he had a contract for the first 3 years. It is only the renewal that he did not have. Meanwhile, the new letters written by the president shows that he did not have any appointment when he was in office. So he also paid it.
Honorable, as a chairman of the PAC Public Accounts Committee, try to, as it were, separate yourself from your committee and then make a sense of it. Why do you think the president is hell-bent on keeping Reverend Amin Shaddai at post? What is it? Under what circumstance the president still cannot let him go? But this man would have to be at post to do what? What do you think?
Well, as of today, 6th April 2024, Amin Shaddai is no more in office.
It's no what?
Because he's no more in office.
I don't understand this.
The second one ended on 31st March 2024.
Exactly.
So it means that per those letters, he's no more in office. So he has let him relieve of his post now. But the question still is that why did he keep him in the office without giving him a contract?
Yeah.
Now, was it an oversight on the part of the president? Or it was intentional? So for me, I think that even these letters that he wrote were not necessary. If really he think that the letter can serve him, if somebody take action against him, this letter can serve him, I don't think so.
Now, make a sense of what Abena Osei-Asare, former Deputy Finance Minister, also wrote. And then this same woman was at the committee also trying to defend this commissioner at the very time of the committee sitting. What was going on? Why would she write this letter and then come to the committee and defend this man? Yet this document was quietly, pushing underground. What do you make of it?
Yeah, knowing very well that those letters, the letter she wrote was not to grant any extension to any officer.
Exactly.
Yet the Commissioner General was granted that permission, even though there was no letter to cover it.
Yeah.
She was protecting him or preventing him from answering that question because she knew very well that whatever answer she would provide will reveal all these issues at where we are today. So she might do everything to prevent that.
I see. Have you picked or did you pick some intelligence with regards to the Finance Committee, which I know you are not on that committee, but have you picked a win that Honorable Isaac Adongo and Stephen Amwa, had same nearly fisticuffs on the same man, also demanding to know certain things, and the committee will not allow Adongo to ask all the questions about Amin Shaddai, and it really got nasty. Have you picked a wind of that?
No, unfortunately, no. Okay. I have not.
Great. So your committee is resuming when? Monday, next week Monday, correct?
We are meeting on Monday and Tuesday to look at two different issues.
Okay.
Concerning the consolidated account of Ghana, and then we'll also look at the foreign exchange receipt and payment of Bank of Ghana, and then some performance audit reports in the cocoa roads, and then also some roads in Accra.
Great one. Honorable James Klucha Addo, of course, Chairman of Public Accounts Committee. Honorable, we are most grateful for this very time granted to us. Ghanaians, I applaud you so much for your colorful work done as a chairman of this committee. We are many thanks indeed for your time.
Thank you too.
Great. Folks, we've been talking to Honorable James Klucha Addo, Chairman of the Public Accounts Committee, on the 1 minute breakdown of the ACOSO so far. I want a committee in him. Now, apart from say, Ami Shaddai appear public accounting, or science who appear finance committee. Finance committee, your intelligence, say, 2 members of parliament, Honorable Isaac Adongo or Miami Senior, North Assembly American, in a cool school. Only Ureya, your friend, a year, Stephen Amos is your deputy. Say, a car tournamento our finance committee as here. Papaya Samuel, because Honorable Isaac Adongo cannot say, one day, Ami Shaddai beko jail. And someone will be sano, mentia sentia, na one more work committee na said, Pese Papa ne bekasa, minim secret kwa wa no Pese Papa ne bekasa. Ekoye nsempi, so committee no na so mo suspend. You know, both the Public Accounts Committee, any finance committee, both proceedings in at a point on one hand, confusions be break customer, they have to suspend sitting because of Papa Way. Or but when your baby sanwa says na me say when you lieutenant to every GRA headquarters abetra committee in him mo be defend mo dear be mo annual budgets. Now when say wo ba no so no, you don't have further and better particulars. Folks, well, my producer Yao Yamba will join me shortly for us to do some further perspectives in depth for EB on this document. But, okay, before, Obed John, but Mami can't say exposes a whole piece when I'm going over. Mami, you went to a quick. A top secret blueprint uncovered. The roadmap to the do I have Hobson online? Okay, my main core humanity name Hobson and Kwaye Jumabiki to Ebiname Samra. Hobson Yalvi Adoye, Director Special Duties, MFC, I Movement for Change for Meaning Kudin Komo shortly na Yembrani said. The statement purported say Alan Kojo Tramantin, a year of Pentecost, I saw them. A statement, Vice President Echita for no take offense of that. But we played a videotape. Emma also said the Alan was being accused. The same Vice President so Ekujina Muslimi Kuobimua. Also can ask him say on one need him to Monto Abanaman. It me why a pre air course. Well, let's get straight answers from the Director of Special Duties. What do they make of this? Hobson, good evening.
Yes, sir.
Great. Hobson, I'm sure some attention has been drawn to this very brouhaha way coming from the Vice President corridors. And say more candidates Alan Kwajo Chiramantin in Komo Kudi or Pentecost. I saw them one. They take a serious offense to it, and they believe that it does appear that Alan is doing religious politics, some sort of. And one year in saying,
yo, me that's it. Lecture Momo, share no more change in answers. Lecture say a Christo for the drew it for time period at the mine. Now, a Friday, Good Friday, no. Alan for Anglican Church for Dansoman. A procession for a year Methodist.
Yalvi, Jina Ye Kakra, Ola and Munye. Hello, Hobson.
Oliver.
Yes.
No more. Oh yeah, no. Omo introduce Alan Kojechemantin. Ana omo no kwan ana okasa no okasa no okasa about the resurrection. Ano say tete no na Nyankopon use prophet any kings. Eti Nyankopon kasa kire prophet no mo de asi ahemfo no omo de yi kings no e de ama kro no. Eti sa pepepe enetenne. Eti prophet no Nyankopon kasa kire mo nam determine who should become the president of the nation as a king. Etino, womuntimi enyo muhumfrim. Na kama wakata no na MP before that no most as to Kwaku no. I'm so manche no. Na ni kwasi ada na de koko wia wo Pentecost church wo New Town. The hodom ana software opichi Reverend Professor Japan referee first name. And say or vice chancellor of Pentecost University. It's all preaching and what I say. The resurrection of Christ and the transformation about Ilias. And you know, essentially a Christopher, almost 72% of our population. A Christopher and say transformation ever oh my God by winning for Christ. Eti na sem na wokan ye no e bla o mo fe alanchemantin a o mo de ne kire ye ana mo so wantia asafo no ano wakase na sem a wogina so no am se sofo akwa asem kakra sofo eta transformation and resurrection no e de baye editi no woye transformative leader a wo present no e de amasafo no a kire mo se Addo na December 7th, Kwaku Abana or Chairman Kobe as independent candidate. Abo can say you can say population Fadubo na ye Christopher nti. A Christopher no ebetimi had decided who becomes the next president. Eti omo Kwaku Abana, they should vote for a Christian who is a Christ-like leader. So, omotu aba ema Kristonia onye Kristoni keke nebum Kristo su ewodumu anu okaza temwe. In fact, echa bi bebre ensebo a ede eto asumu, but hono kakra no ana me se akwapo won grofo bi panye ana popo bribri esi omuso. Look, omo kase kenyi na MPP4 obie di hodumu a wakasa tia sadi we apart from MPP4.
I want to say in-house job.
That's right. Babo ko share that na bi mu nsemo tro na reckless na den ni ekika ho mi say.
Oh really?
Na emranche there's a what is that another? You can criticize someone but you cannot insult the person. Okasala is reckless is an insult because Allah or that be odo papa bu na bo chicken. It won't even go do papa. So yeah. Na ninjina mu no ye meka nyina ne say MPP4 eye nya tun kakra kapa e wasasi we so ye ka say last year ala ka ni je ko se da kamu ya na wote kra mai ananwa
yeah
last year what Dr. Bawubia kokosi ankremofo anu ka kiro mo say o mo select no because he's a Muslim. Now, for the Muslims. And all Muslims should support him so that they can make history in this country. Video now by that one change that.
Mabo video na nche kra.
You move beer you hold more or because many who anything wrong with what Bawumia said. I didn't America say. Elections in the echo. Or Kwaku vote, or Kwaku Nene Makaranta and or Kwaku Lemum or Kwaku vote. I know associated who say or more no Musum, I know no Messiah. I know Kase or Moon Sopotono. There is nothing wrong about that. Obien the Hodomo Betty Makase, Alan, Entimin Concusia and Cremofo, and I said, John Mahama went to Concusia and Cremofo. So, Alan Chamantin Sopacusia and Christopher. Is it not true? Say Alan Chamantin a Christoni. Yes, or a Christoni. Is it not true? Say a Christopher and then Wakoshiamo. Yes, no share Christopher. It is what I say, a Christopher, Baba Bishiamo, Neyamodia, Monche, Namon Twaba, Mammy. The Momo Twaba, Ama Misse Christonia, and yes, a more Tolokeke, no mum, Monche ne Christo Su, the Wunum. What they told as a for man and the moon per se. Or Muko to get him no more bompire. Or more can't Yanko Ponce, only nipa, what that was no Yanko Pomaso, and Trewomo, no Montuaba no mano. It is a Ubo Sam Peno, then Yanko Poncase, and yet Alan Chermante and the Damakoma Sokola, name Primo Akoma, Sansamu in our kind, or what Daddy in our tour. Naba hope be now what I say. Montuma Christonia when you Christonica, but all Christo Suno. And I your program. And I make us empty before your natum. Why am I quite sorry them pa? Asking Dr. Baumia, or fact presidential candidate in Ina. So many,
yeah.
The money would the muscle the heritage is now with him, now with Sana Wokoba. Yet more microphone now will preach Jesus Christ is the savior of the ye. You believe the coming of the Jesus Christ, you know, then the who preaches animal now. Last minute, Papa will quote Zechariah chapter 4, verse 1. Now we'll catch and for now, verse 1 and so number. It's only again. We'll be a program with that. The boom, Allah Kwaku share a Christ. Allah now will know ye Christo near Kwaku share Christo for no Gaza. Musimo program, and Yanatum. And Yanatum. Eti Ganda Libya would Tidiano. Ye Messiah Jose, and Yano Cre, Sek Ghana, a Christopher Nedroswana. Look, in politics, sir, you take out a tribe, you take out religion. It's a dada home, you know, we home. And Yanatum 7 years. And Yanatum. And someone, of course, walk with Kuomun. Sending in other trouble on Jia. Table Beshi Bow. Table Beshi. Or move run to Krum, or move ye, no more and the Abbey. What is it? All these years, I'm out for several Mujina can be a come. Now, not social media, my auntie. But I never can you try to talk on the fire. Say, hey, say that property. Many work, I say, there is no tension between Christians and Muslims.
No.
You deny ye diablo. They said, my Siami Muslim friends, Yatina Bebe, the D and Como Kama, ya sorry, Ubia Kodifie. There's no tension. I sorry them Hona, Alan Chamantecoyano, or Uncle, so a preacher. Or call ye say, or the no air Quaco Pentecost for, or no more Quaco song. No, I can't tell what must say. Yankopon ya dom metam no so ye pa ko to aba ono ala nchamante o ka ho eti o monhwe no monto aba ma no oni ben anwaye enti enkolanke tekete anodom premo ebe sori ake kanse mu hunu emfata sa nkole ye o mo chocho ne ma nyina babu o bi sa se o mo di fiete no mo bo mo fiete wa o mo bi enu wa wadi 50 years. Or more Mokikai Casansa, you know, move be anywhere 45 years. Or body in future. Ghana Democracy, Fourth Republic, 32 years. 32 years, free in Fimoa. Both in 1992, no one can be cry.
Just one on
no one can be cry. And Nanchamo do almost sweat, or Musika, or Mubia, top party headquarters. No office, no dear more, what did you meeting in Yakaika, no money hobby. Ni sweat and one yamu tam. And yes, he can be to part dying to probably mamma girlfriends into no. Mostly say we are seeing Modia. Eti Ubetima cancer who be at their Falantamanto. Yana, yes, sir.
Good.
Yana, yes, sir. Secretary party, Yanidia. And I think, yes, yet, Dr. Baumiana Muna. That's all kind of. Yeah, when they say, no, they say, yeah, prosem they are needy. Oh, now you're yet about politics, and let me know what I say. MPP saw Murani made there. This is Shanturi Day. I'm for young Shanturi Giant. Is it not about politics?
Very.
Is it not? I didn't know any Tomza. Now, face no money, we say. But we have no kind of a whole video. A video by a man or more communication director. A war radio gold. What you about me at the end of the year condemnable. Never my land any day. condemned. And I'm saying, wow.
There you both video no ha. Asema okan.
They say
it is a sembia mentia.
And I do can difference in the room.
Difference be
what should maybe get to money near you. Namunti and I'm Wahana may ba my monkey for. I just know that.
Sabe pepe.
I see, Salah Casse, or a Christian interpreter for Montois, Bama Christoni, our work is to swear. And then you have a difference in the room.
Great. Yeah. Sound common ever beginning in the coming days. But quickly, we are also learning that there's a movement of the Ibisusu coalition be because near there. More parts of that coalition, Anna.
Oh, yeah, can't say that smaller parties in a common Alan, Asia, at the Dinkomo, or Mubabe Kambomu, and near the 2024.
Okay.
Let's say Bibia etimi akoso kama.
Okay.
Eti sabre Hamsen Komono Addo Chipa Nyankopon ya adoma. Eye ukwada we na wote 17th April. Ana tese omo bedane dikura na afidi ababe official. Omo mutafu bi na Ghana fo enyina do hu omo. Na tese Bibia ko. Enye Dr. Abusa Karangwa me se omo dosu ye. Eti edruso you say Ghana for you now very shock say say there go. No more muka say Alan Bana over no 1% to Grawujano, no more say yes.
Honestly speaking, Director of Special Duties Wilson Yavia do here, Okahwe, I'm scared. I can see a bigger picture coming. Something huge. Yeah.
Let's say Yama, yeah, here was so much, they have no idea. They have no idea. Let's say strategy bien homo de beto me most of the things na I know the best
intelligence movement, you know.
Oh, omunya butre pa the best no boko we to kwanim boko ni esani ni eko so
good. Good. Yeah, you do be see how say every permanent. You didn't see no studio discussions. Been no so yashe towards this line now. You know we don't come. You don't sparsely a friend also with me near Brenna Amaya. Yankopon Kaho. Great one. Hobson Yalvi Addo, Director of Special Duties. Alan Kojo Tramante movement and it didn't come a while ago. But Shannon so say expose akasiwe mienu namkwem. Then after that, my producer Yao Yamba joins me shortly. A top secret blueprint uncovered the roadmap to the downquest hegemony in Ghana's political space. The blueprint would also reveal the dark secrets of the dynasty and the alleged orchestration of the paramount chief ultimately to secure state capture in the alliance history. The frontline investigates coming too close to your door. So expose mu ye eye woma bi ana se so wanu bi aye beda nedi ye be pa ho ntama na be bie nyeme bi su pi ehintasem hye ema wehu minim se mu bebre na manyenya snippets of it bebre su mu ntimi nkan ye be ya kiro na wehu se de sa expose ya ebe emu hye ni nsem ewum na sa expose no so be kiro ade a ekoso e wa amemwo we mu so wo ka amemwo we hu a de ekoso no it's like an outsider looking in. It will not make a sense of it, but we are an insider looking inside out. Then you begin to understand the whole thing. Take a listen to this carefully. Watch this.
Dynasty plan to continue the legacy of a family hungry for power has been uncovered. A plan that will make the Dambas rule forever. But here's the third. This will not stand, as the lens of the front line has captured a document titled Age of Idea for details about the plan, findings, execution, and the blueprint of this whole dynasty plan. What do you face in the coming days, weeks, and months as we uncover the truth of the dynasty plan of the Danvers. This is Code Red Season 1 of the front line, coming soon.
Another expose bisunam kwanzo covert investigations uncovered the workers of iniquities in the body of Christ, plus the dark secrets covering the altar, and also revealed the frontline investigate coming. We see investigation kesia. Ya. A software kukudamu wamu meimu. Hey. Ebinimi your spiritual fathers, ebi edi woman say guti so. Me de minimum. But investigation beda wo mwedi akire wo na ya kire ade a won mo so eye wo mem ha sitting on their altars and what they are doing with their altars. The dark secret covering, the veil will be lifted out of their heads. Take a listen to this expose coming. The body of Christ.
Call themselves as the holy men of God. But beneath them lies darkness, evil, and wickedness. But now they've reached the breaking point, as the web on the front line has captured them in an expose that will shake the foundation of Christianity in Ghana. Expect more in the coming days, weeks, and months on the Frontline Show with Kwaku Annan. Behind the false holy crown lies darkness. This is Code Red Season 2 of the Frontline, coming soon.
Great, welcome back. This is your weekend Frontline. I am Kwaku Annan, and of course, this is your investigative magazine show. And you might be bringing now. You have just a few minutes to wrap up, and then we'll be gone. Now, my executive producer Yamba has just joined me. Now, me Maya Abemai a breakdown of this document here. Yakeka and one some nasefo. Yeah, Akwabenet saying. Great. First of all, give us a sense of a brief description of these documents where you intercept here, and what is it that we need to, as it were, to give more explanation to the ordinary Ghanaian to understand this document.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
If you look at the two documents on board,
yeah,
the first one was from the Deputy Finance Minister, and the second one is from the Office of the President. The first one was written in 2022 by the Deputy Finance Minister, and it was as a result of the Finance Ministry presenting a budget in November 2021 before Parliament. In that budget, they stated that subsequently, from 2022, they were not going to give appointment to anybody that has attained retirement age, because the Constitution allows the President to give appointment to somebody when the person attains the retirement age. And except in exceptional cases where the services of the person is critical, that they can't find a replacement, then they'll give an appointment to the person. But as at the time this document was written in 2022, then the Commissioner General, who was appointed in 2019 to head the Ghana Revenue Authority, had attained retirement age in the year 2021. So by the time this letter was written, then he had served without appointment for almost a year before this letter was written. So one will expect that as Ministry of Finance and the government would have known that when they issued this letter, then it means that somebody was already in the office without appointment. So if they wanted to avoid all these issues, after they wrote this letter, they should have given the man an appointment letter.
Exactly.
They didn't do that until the year 2024, before the Public Accounts Committee. The honorable member for Ningo Pram Pram, Sam George, wanted to know the age of the Commissioner General. He asked him, which year did you attain age 60? And the man was fumbling. He was not willing to talk.
Wow.
The Deputy Finance Minister, I was watching proceedings that very day, and I saw how I was amazed and I was shocked that they couldn't state the reason, they couldn't state the man's age as at that time. They said it was personal information and it was not public interest. The chair of the committee insisted that that information was critical and was needed for public consumption.
Yeah.
But they found ways and means, they had to go and break and come, as the chair of the committee said. But one thing I want to ask, or something that amazes me, is how an institution like GRA do not have somebody to act in the capacity as Commissioner General apart from Reverend Amishadai. They have commissioners. After this man, after they wrote this letter, that the man is gone on retirement now, they appointed somebody to replace him. The person was a commissioner.
Okay.
Julie Isiam. She's a commissioner of GRA. So GRA actually has commissioners that can occupy that position.
Yeah.
Reverend
and perform the same functions, is it not?
Creditably. But these are people that have been in the service for God knows how long.
Yeah.
Reverend Amishadai is a banker. He has been in the banking industry for more than 20 years. He was brought on board to come and help GRA. He's a
banker? Yeah,
he's an experienced person. He's been the head of the Bank of Africa in Tanzania. He's headed Unibank before. He's held several portfolios. He's an experienced person. He has 2 masters. He has one in theology and one in business administration.
Really?
Yeah, so in terms of knowledge, he's there. But there are people at GRA that are equally qualified. There are commissioners at GRA that are equally qualified to take up that position. So even if there was an illegality in that extent, they could have asked somebody to act in that capacity if they say nobody is qualified enough. And I don't understand how the presidency made this mistake.
Our time is up, but quickly make a sense of these 2 letters. We have 2 of these letters coming from Office of the President.
Yes, please.
Written same day, but content differ.
Yes.
What's your understanding of it? What can you...
So as the chair of the Public Account Committee said, the presidency is not allowed to give anybody that is on retirement more than 2 years to serve. So for that reason, they decided to write those 2 letters to serve that purpose. And another thing I am thinking is they have to actually cover for something that they have done, an illegality that has already occurred, and they do not want the Reverend Minister to go to jail or something. So the presidency is trying to cover something with these 2 letters to cover up for the man so that the law will not catch up with him.
The law will not catch up with him, of course. Yao Yamba, executive producer of Frontline Show, has given a comprehensive breakdown, quite analytical, is it not? And I'm sure so when you're more understanding of this. Folks, this has been a weekend Frontline Show. WhatsApp messages in there. Dos, my main kind back was it. Observing the governance of our country from a distance fills me with sorrow, as I fear for the future generations yet to be unborn. This is a deliberate attempt by this government to create loot and share. In fact, what is so special about this man? Daniel Kofi Ajiman Gomwa Kwekrum is not the Ebebe to one. Mammy can't do is Namin where are Kwaku sharing from? Also, Kweku, please look at this video. Okay, producer, take note of it. I see a our video. Also, good evening, Kweku. If Reverend could do this, how much we pagans slide sampa and or they buy? Okay, and also for and also good evening, Kwaku. Please, if you are a car owner, please can you trust your mate than your driver? They are all the same. This is Bobby. Thank you for your good job. Good evening, Kwaku. God bless you for your good work. My condolence to your once again condolence once again. Our President Akuffo Addo is not a man of vision and he is not a leader. Akuffo Addo wanted the power for his own benefit and his family's, but not to develop our loyal mother Ghana. Akuffo Addo, all of that, okay. Your mom is signal MCR said he's on heat, and the men out there are today fantastic. Folks, we will see as a program we when you pon ya adma you be na watching about Monday yewaha Monday asemwa eba ni o asembe na eba big expose on Monday 8th April, the Frontline exclusive one-on-one with a personality who is going to break the code, the reason behind the construction of the National Cathedral, ubehu kwa intia cathedral ni yesi, then obe breaking the code, the mystery behind the death of Kwabena Buedu, former aide to Vice President Alhaji Bawumia. Finally, he would also decode why two political leaders whose leadership, according to him, mark an end to occultic rule in Ghana. Minimo, Yanin Bedinko, why personality bear gauge the space on Monday, 8:05 sharp. Namini to Ghana Bewoso, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Don't miss the show, folks. This has been your weekend Frontline investigative magazine show with Kwaku Annan together with the entire team. Up there, of course, MCR is the man himself, credible on the beats, and then the indefatigable Bismarck doing the great stuff, and then of course I think I have Ruben X over there. I have my editor, online editor, Kings. The rest is just don't add it, and then an informed choice. I am Kwaku Annan, same time Monday I come your way. Have a good evening and bye for now.